So excited. Now it's time for Ask Jove, where I answer your questions all about love, life, celebrations, fiancés, parties, travel, really anything you want to know. We've got you covered. I'm joined in studio by my dear friend Sloan, and we are so excited to ask Jove.
All right, Jove. Today's question. Mom wants to run the show. She's paying.
Doesn't she always?
Woo! Hey, Mom. All right. This is coming from Emily from Chicago.
Hi, Emily.
My mom's paying for our wedding, and I'm so grateful. But she's starting to micromanage everything. How do I keep the peace with my mom while also making sure our wedding feels like us?
Emily, this is the age-old question. Firstly, I love a strong mother.
Yes.
I do. I feel like I'm a strong mother.
You are.
I think that there's a lot of questions in this question. You want your wedding to be about you, as it should be, but you also have someone who's paying, therefore they have power. When I meet a couple, I ask who's paying right out of the gate. Sometimes it's the couple, sometimes it's the family, sometimes it's mixy-dixy, but whoever is paying has the power. Like, we have to first just accept that that's reality. If you give me money, I have the power, right? And it's the same in a wedding. But I think the most important thing is to get into mom's head. Is mom putting on a show for her friends? Does she want to look good for other people? Does mom want to relive the wedding she never had? Or does mom want to give you what she thinks you want despite you telling her it's not what you want? You know, like, who is mom?
Right.
Kind of figure out where her intention is coming from. And I think for every mom thus far, overbearing or not, the intention is good. The intention is love, it's joy, but it's easy to get lost in a wedding. So step one, what's mom's intention? Step two, what are mom's priorities? Like, what does she really care about? I'm not going to say she can't care about everything, because those moms do exist, and maybe this is your mother. But I'm going to dare to say that the things that are most important to her may not be the most important to you. So I think it's about figuring out, Mom, what are the most important vendors to you? Is it food? Is it service? Is it wine? Is it what I wear? Is it how I look? Like, what are your non-negotiables? So then at least you're being very clear, and you can know where you have flexibility. So she says, like, food and service is number one. Therefore, I need us to book the best place in town with the best food and service. I'm sure you're not going to be mad at that if your priorities are flowers, decor, and entertainment. So I think once you each know your priorities, then as long as you give mom what she wants, mostly, then you can find space for yourself in there too. I think it's just hard to navigate that. If you have a wedding planner, this is a great conversation to have with them, or a best friend or someone in your wedding party to kind of be the intermediary between the two of you. But that's my thought, is that moms want to help. I mean, they're your mom. They gave birth to you. They think they know best, and maybe they do. They've raised you till this point. They know everything about you, they think. So that's what I think is we really have to find her priorities and where you're flexible, and okay, Mom, I'll let you have that, but this is really important to me. And then I think you find like a happy medium. What do you think?
I totally agree. And it's actually
Was your mom overbearing?
No. But we were also very stern in the things that we wanted whenever we got married.
And that worked.
It did. There were some things that we were really flexible on, and I think that was an important thing, when sitting together and thinking about what our priorities were. And this is something that you touched on as well, is like, it's important to know mom's priorities, but it's also important to know what your priorities are as a couple, and constantly revisiting those when things can get contentious or whenever you're trying to make a final decision on things.
100%.
Does this align with our priorities?
Yeah. Is this what we want?
Exactly.
And that can evolve, because you may not even know at the start, because there's so much information out there. Is this what I really want? Or is this what I want because it's what the internet says is cool, what my friends did, what Vogue says, what I saw on Instagram? Like, why, is it really what you want? So I think identifying your priorities, definitely step one. And where you can be flexible.
Right.
because then mom feels involved. And I will also say it's psychological, moms, right? They mean well, but how do you give them what they want while also maintaining your own authenticity? And I think it's about being honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
And also there's a little dance that you dance. Okay, mom, I hear that, food and service is most important to you. So here's the things on the menu that I would really love, but I trust you. I know that you know best in this area. I'm going to let you take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
But that means that in flowers and decor, you're going to trust me and I'm going to take the lead. You know what I mean? Like divide and conquer.
Totally. Assignments are great.
Assignments are great. Give mom a task.
Yes.
Moms love tasks and checklists.
Being a task-oriented person, there's nothing more fulfilling.
Same. I'm not a mom, but I am the mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love a list and I love a task. And it kind of keeps you busy a little bit.
Yeah. And it also helps you feel some level of like accomplishment and
involvement.
Completion. And yes, exactly.
All of the above. So get mom involved. Make her feel included, but don't lose yourself in the process. Mm-hmm. So sit with your fiance and write down your priorities. Of all the wedding vendors, what are the top 3 things for you? And then ask mom, what are your top 3 things? I hope they're not identical.
Right.
I hope that there's some leeway in there, and just have honest conversations. Mom, I know you mean well. I love you. It's not your wedding. It's not about you. Your friends are going to be happy even if we don't do white linen and cutlery and crystal glassware. You know what I mean? Like, find the reason why, layer it on with love, and all will work out.
Absolutely. Emily, you're going to have a great day.
Well, that's it for today. And wasn't that fun? Don't forget to send your questions. Again, any questions, send them our way to hi@jovemeyer.com, and maybe I will answer them on air. If you can, send a voice memo. I love to hear your voice.